Hello and welcome to Minisode 38.
Hello.
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 So, Zoe's decided that we're talking about Coaster Bar, apparently.
This is actually a suggestion from someone a while ago. Can't remember who it was, but thanks. Someone wanted to know the future of the channel. What's going on?
What's going on? All right. Well, we'll talk about what's happened.
I feel like this is going to be a really weird one to click on because it seems like we're like, oh, the channel's changing, but we're literally just having a chat because someone asked us.
So, I mean, this goes for everyone, right? You know, people probably had plans for 2020 and they just didn't happen, basically.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of similar for us, but at the same time, a lot of at least a decent chunk of what I intended to do this year has happened.
And some stuff that we have done this year has happened because we had more time, because we weren't going to parks or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. We've definitely been able to explore. I mean, from my perspective, in terms of just normal videos, I've been able to explore a few ideas that I probably wouldn't have otherwise. But then, from a wider perspective, we've made videos that we probably wouldn't have, like that painting video that we did. That was funny.
But then we have 0 vlogs coming out, which has been a bit strange.
So, at the start of the year, I decided that each year from now on, I'm going to set a goal. So each year is going to have a defining characteristic, a defining goal to achieve before the end of it. Mm-hmm. And this one was the year of collaboration, where I said, all right, we're going to do at least 4 collaborations throughout the year with different people, just because I wanted to do collaborations, not only to, you know, make videos with other people, but to see how they make videos and for them to influence the channel. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, just talking about the recent one with Chris from Screw Loops, obviously, his videos are a lot more kind of energetic and fast paced and jokey than mine are. And some of that I will be taking forwards just generally.
Yeah.
Not in every video, but in some videos where it's more suited to being a bit more lively and a few jokes, I will put them in. Mm-hmm. I already started doing that with a different video, just from watching Chris's channel, mm-hmm. where I made the joke that roller coasters are slowest when there's lightning because they don't operate. Mm-hmm. And they have a top speed of 0. People loved it. It was a terrible joke. People loved it. So yeah, last year, this year was the year of collabs. We did 4 in the end. What is big one with Pleasure Beach Experience. Then we did the charity live stream
with everyone in the world. That was we had like loads of people. We had Nick Hudson. We had Digital Dan. Mm-hmm. We had Sylv.
Jake.
Yeah.
Logan from Coaster Kids / Throws United. Scott from Pleasure Beach Experience. Some other people.
More.
Taylor came on.
Yeah, of course, Taylor.
And then we had people in between as well. So, yeah, loads of people came on.
Yeah, that was like, I'd say that was our best, in quotation marks, collaboration in terms of like, we didn't think that many people would want to get involved in it, and it just turned out to be this big thing that we didn't really anticipate, but it was really good.
It definitely went a lot better than, more people were up for it than I would have anticipated at the time. And then obviously people donated and we raised 2.3 thousand for NHS charities together, which was very, very, very good.
It was mad.
So we'll definitely have to consider doing more of those in the future, hopefully with more planning. I mean, we did obviously plan this one, but it was very rushed. All the graphics was very rushed, and some parts of the stream didn't work that well.
That was the first time we properly used that new stuff as well for the stream.
Yeah, I used the Skype stuff, and I'll tell you now, I won't be using that again. It didn't really work. It did for what I wanted it to, but it also just didn't. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. But next time I'll be able to try and plan ahead a bit more. But I thought it would be the solution to all my problems, and it wasn't. Anyway, so that happened back in May.
All those years ago.
Yeah. And as we said, a lot of the collaborations that we wanted to set out to do were meant to be kind of in person, in vlogs and all of that kind of stuff. And we wanted this year to kind of really up our vlogging game.
Yeah.
We made 2 vlogs. We went to 2 theme parks. Or 3. We went to 3 theme parks and made 3 vlogs.
Yeah.
In 2020. So beautiful. And
I mean,
all right.
we upped our vlogging game as much as we possibly could.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
just didn't visit any parks.
no, they were all pretty good. But yeah, it was just difficult, weird circumstances. So what can you do?
The third collab?
Do you remember? No,
No.
it was the Community Canyon stuff.
The Planet Coaster stuff.
The Planet Coaster stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, I got a message from Luke from Coast Connection. He was like, you want to do a collaborative theme park in Planet Coaster? And I was like, hell yeah, that sounds good. So then we roped some more people into it. Roped Evan into it, who entered a competition and built something fantastic. Because we held a Planet Coaster competition as well.
We did, yeah.
In like May or something like that. Yeah, roped him into it. Then we got Silver involved, Silverette. We got Digital Dan involved, Lokin involved as well. And then obviously we made our own areas. Everyone made their own distinct area, and then we put them all together into one theme park. And that was, again, something that we'd never done really, was any kind of Planet Coaster content before.
Yeah, we don't really do gaming stuff or anything like that.
So it was nice to do something a bit different and be a part of something a bit different.
Yeah.
So that was number 3. And then obviously, yeah, number 4 was the most recent, not the most recent video now, but a recent video with Chris talking about world record breaking roller coasters. I mean, when I do collabs in terms of like normal videos, I always want us, whoever I'm collabing with, to put out a video at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool having someone be a part of your video, but everyone gets the most out of it if there's another video to watch, because then everyone who watched my video will then, not everyone, but a large chunk will then go and watch Chris's video and perhaps subscribe to him, and vice versa.
See his style compared to yours.
Exactly, but also see his content.
Yeah.
If I just made a video with Chris, people wouldn't really go over to Chris's channel unless they really wanted to. Whereas if we're going, I'm in this video with Chris on his channel, they're a lot more likely to watch it. And Chris said that his subs went up, compared to what he was getting at the time. They went up quite a lot.
Yeah, it's also really cool to like see the difference, like to see how you kind of blended a bit to make the two videos, but also like how your different styles are different. So like if you watch your one, you'll get the vibes of like your video.
You get more vibes of mine with Chris injected, whereas the other way you get more vibes of Chris with me injected.
Yeah, but it's still cool to like if you already watched Chris and your videos, then it'd just be cool to watch like two different videos where the mix is a bit different in each one.
Exactly. And obviously the videos are on a very similar topic, so it's kind of like we've made them
almost
like
a series.
Exactly, they're almost one video but 2 parts.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like doing, is making it all fit into one kind of package. I feel like there's a lot of value to add. So if it was vlogs, we'd have to try and figure out how the hell we'd do that in terms of vlogs. But
so we did it. In other words, we did 4 collabs.
Just about. I mean, to be fair, we've still got a month and a half. Well, I won't do any collabs, but still got a month and a half.
Have you thought about what next year's goal is going to be?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. There's the age-old saying that if you don't ask, you don't get. So
is that the motto for next year?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I have always been obviously interested in, not teaching, but I guess teaching people about aspects of roller coasters and theme parks that they might not know about. I find that unless you're in the theme park industry, it's often very difficult to truly understand what goes on in the theme park industry. Unless you speak to people who are in it and will divulge that information, your average enthusiast won't really know. Perhaps they don't care, but we'll find out. So a lot of what I want to do next year
is getting behind that curtain.
Yeah, is hopefully will involve talking more directly to people in the industry and sharing that information onwards.
Yeah.
Not in terms of news, other people do that. In terms of concepts,
the process,
teaching people how the industry works on a more fundamental level, how roller coasters work on a more fundamental level. So imagine stuff like Roller Coaster Explained and Restraint Explained we've already done, but then inject that with more
input from
parks
people who
work at parks. Exactly, that's the aim.
So it's kind of like when we get a guest on, like someone. So for example, Liam we had on a while ago from Aroma Prime, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Even just like not even people who work at the parks like Lawrence, who we had on, just people who work in the industry as well.
Yeah, but kind of but making video. I mean, usually we script videos and research videos through people we know and through the internet, but the internet isn't a great source for what I'm looking for in terms of
so you're building up knowledge from the people who actually work there.
exactly, and that's the different approach that I want to take because, as I said, then you can share more information that people don't already know.
Yeah,
and that is definitely the aim. So, and I've already started.
Yeah,
like this is something that I've already started doing. I have ideas. One's already in progress. Another one I'm waiting on the first one. I don't like doing multiple projects at the same time, or at least multiple big ones. So very much staggered approach, but got ideas. So, but I don't know how to call that, how to package that in a year of collaboration. What's that? The year of
insider knowledge.
Yeah, we'll
The
see.
year of annoying the theme park industry.
Emailing and messaging lots of people until they give me what I want.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Obviously, we want to get to more theme parks next year and do more vlogs next year. I'd like to get back on that vlog grind. Something I do want to do actually, and I always say this mentally and then never do it, is the vlogs just aren't very popular. And
yeah,
this isn't you might be thinking about something and it isn't what you're thinking about.
Okay, I'm excited now.
Yeah, the vlogs aren't very popular and I don't really make them for me, if that makes sense.
You don't make them for you?
Well, I make them because I enjoy editing them.
Yeah, so that is making it for you.
Yeah, but that's the only aspect that I'm making it for.
Okay.
Right. And I want to move towards making them for me in terms of watching what we did back.
That's what I like them for.
Exactly. So I want to enhance that by including more stuff that isn't at parks.
Okay.
So obviously not like going to park. I'm going to walk around park.
Yeah.
No, I mean in terms of like traveling, and this is more for bigger trips.
Yeah.
I'm thinking when we eventually go to Japan.
This is the thing, okay, because I don't know if everyone knows, but I have a YouTube channel as well. But just because of the thing you just said, I like to look back on these videos because you forget so much stuff about trips and that. And the trips I remember the most are the ones that I've made a video of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of what I put on there is like big trips where we go on holiday or whatever. And that would be good to have more professionally done ones because mine are just a bit like, I don't really care how they're edited.
So I don't know how heavy I would go with it. It obviously would be a lot of trial and error, and we can start trialing with just a few UK parks. But then it's a bit boring because like, oh, we're in a car, we're going to
there's not much travel involved.
No,
in that.
It's a bit boring. There's not. We don't do anything.
Yeah,
it's only when we're doing something. So it kind of lends itself better to certain parks or certain trips than others. But taking Japan as an example. The videos, I don't think there'd ever be a video that is just exclusively not at a park. Yeah. It would always be, here's some footage of before the park, here's the park, here's what we did after. Yeah. That kind of thing. So, I mean, I wouldn't stop doing your vlogs yet because I won't be going that detailed probably. Yeah. I don't know.
Just adding a bit of something else to it as well.
Yeah. But then I'll try and make it obvious where the park part starts, so people who are purely just interested in the parks can do that because at the end of the day, like people watch people's vlogs because they like the person, but I don't. So
no, but there's two reasons I would watch a vlog. Is I want to gather research for myself for like a trip I'm going on, and I want to see how good this thing is going to be or whatever. In that case, I would appreciate knowing where the theme park's going to be in the video. Yeah. But then also, if there's a YouTuber that I just kind of like personally, then I'll just watch anything they put out. I don't really care what it is.
Yeah. But it's going to be difficult because I really, really don't want to make long videos either.
I don't think you'd ever be able to physically make a long video though.
No. So if
you'd just break it up into more than one.
Yeah, I guess. But then I also wouldn't really want to do that. I wouldn't want to break up a day and put it into 2 videos because it doesn't feel natural to do that.
No, I don't think that would be the case. No. I think it would be the case of like the day before the park we went to so and so place, and then it's the park, and then it's maybe the day after or not if it's too long. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, exciting stuff.
We'll see. Purely ideas. Other than that, I've got no idea.
What about the future?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult, isn't it?
Well, I mean, something that we have done this year as well is we've like massively improved what was Golden Cog Awards and now Vote Coasters, which is another thing that like moving forwards we'll be doing more of that stuff again in the future. Do you know what I mean? So that's a future thing.
We already do quite a lot. We're busy people, man.
We're actually really busy.
I forget how much we try and do.
Yeah, and stuff with the merch as well. Like, this time of year, even though the parks are shut, it's like always mental. We've got like the photo competition.
Well, I've delayed that until the start of next year for that purpose.
Exactly.
So that the photo competition will still be a thing, just in January, like probably towards the end of January or mid-January. We'll start that.
There's too much going on, man.
So, but yeah, talking about Vote Coasters, yeah, I mean,
that's just been a really big project for this year. And not just for us, but for the people helping us with it.
For many years it has been. I mean, the first year we did it as kind of like let's just do this, see how it goes. And then every year it kind of got bigger, and every year it's gotten more of a faff.
Yeah.
But once this is built, it should be less of a faff.
Exactly.
So...
Yeah, because we've had... a guy contacted us, I can't remember when, a couple of years ago or last year.
Well, it was during last year's one.
Yeah, and said that he could essentially code us a better version of how we got the results last year. So the system for results is quite complicated. You can see it on the website, but last year it was done in Excel, wasn't it? And it just took forever to like run it. It was like the longest thing ever. Like I remember you leaving your computer on for ages and just like walking away and being like, come back in 24 hours when it's done.
I made some terrible like macro that slowly did what I wanted it to do, but it was very inefficient.
Yeah.
And it also timed itself out after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So you had to keep pressing it.
Yeah, so you and Andrew were like there just alternating who's going to press it or whatever. But this guy was like, I can do it for you easily. And so for essentially a year he's been building this new system, which is like the same process as before, but we don't have to, or you guys don't have to like press things and stuff like that.
Well, we had it all in the Matrix before, and it's like it's exponential. So if you're only comparing 10 roller coasters, you do what is essentially 100, 10 times 10 halved is the amount of calculations you roughly need to do.
Yeah.
So that's 50. If you add one more roller coaster, you're now doing 11 times 11 divided by 50, which is a number.
Insane.
So it scales up very quickly. So, just to think 10 times 10 is 100, but 20 times 20 is 400.
Yeah. And then there was also the issue of like the way people submitted lists before was just by writing them out and submitting them on the website. So then there was the problem of people not spelling, inconsistencies in the names, like not formatting properly.
So me and Aaron spent a large amount of time as people submitted them, going through them, checking that they made sense. Last year it was very like a big effort for everyone. Andrew played a large part in the processing. Aaron did a large amount of the kind of checking to begin with, and obviously I did both.
Whereas once this is set up, like obviously Andrew's had to type out all the coasters, which took ages, and coded this whole website. But now moving forward, it's going to be a billion times easier for everyone. Yeah,
last year we ranked 250 or 300 coasters, but we only showed the top 100 because as you get lower, it gets worse quality. This year we're already looking at ranking over 1,000. Yeah, and you got to think 300 times 300 is a number. 90,000, or is it 4 zeros? 90, 90,000. But then 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000. Yeah. So you compare 90,000 calculations ish divided by 2 to 1,000,000 calculations.
Basically, a lot of calculations.
Yeah. It's.
But also, just like obviously, I've only seen the end product of this. Like I haven't really been in there for the whole Vote Coasters process of making it, but marketing it this year has been way easier because it just looks so cool and it's way easier to use. Like you literally drag it in, drop it, and you can move it around, whatever. It's very easy. I mean, it is cool. Like if you're someone who wants to think about your top 10 or whatever, that that you're that kind of person, then ranking all your coasters is like just a fun thing. and it's just such an easy system.
Yeah, I mean, we're recording this on Wednesday. It closes on Monday, so if you're listening
get
to
on
this,
there.
anytime before the 30th of November or on the 30th of November 2020, you can still enter. And obviously, we will be doing it next year as well.
Yeah.
But as of today, the Wednesday, the 25th, we have close to 2,300 people have ranked near about 99,000 roller coasters. So in everyone's list, if you add up all the coasters, you'll come to 99,000.
Isn't that mad? So get yours in there, mate. You want to be a number in that list.
Exactly. And also, this might well be the biggest roller coaster poll ever conducted.
Yeah.
Which is even more reason to get in on it.
Yeah.
Because, you could say that your opinion was heard in the biggest roller coaster poll ever conducted.
Yeah. You can find it on our website. It's like one of the top little
vote coasters.
Buttons.
Yeah.
All the information. Also read it, because there's like things you can do, like grouping and stuff like that, which will help you do it easily. So like if you think, oh, this ride's exactly the same as this one, you can put it in a group, so you can group loads of stuff together. Anyway, have a read.
Anyway, let's talk about. Zoe asked everyone what they want to see us do. Was it? Or?
Yeah. What should we do more of? What should we do? New things in the future.
I mean, we got loads of responses. Coaster King wants a CoasterBot theme park. So do I, pal.
Oh, really? That's a good idea.
Slovis says a 48-hour live stream of you counting the results from vote coasters and nothing else. I'm very happy to say that I do not have to count them manually.
Yeah. Imagine you just sitting there going, well, you couldn't physically do that because you have to put them in a battle against each other, so it's not really very confusing.
Real Coatman says more chains explained. I agree, there will be more. Yes, for sure. I mean, we want to do some of the big boys, obviously. Cedar Fair, Six Flags, or even Merlin, or even Disney eventually, Universal. But yeah, that's definitely on the cards.
Adrian Mack says a trip to Portaventura when the pandemic ends. We were actually meant to go there this year, so
I do want to go.
We'll be rescheduling that at some point.
This is it. I think we might end up trying to pull off a few last-minute trips, depending on what happens. But
when everything's all safe, we'll be booking those flights. 03LC says, "Let's play. Let's plays."
Do you know
you're not a big gamer though, are you?
No, we're not doing Let's Plays.
Harry can't do that.
Takes too much time.
Also, Harry doesn't even play Planet Coaster on his own, so.
The Ambassador ELT says interviews with coaster designers. That's very cool. I am gonna make a mental note of an idea I just had from that comment. So thank you very much.
Switchback Sylvian says remake of What Is Nemesis?
No.
A straight up no. Love that.
What's the point? If you remake What Is Nemesis, you have to remake half of the other videos.
Let's remake the whole channel. GR3G0 and then a load of R's says, what about keeping the vote coaster poll up as a coaster counter?
Yeah, a lot of people have spoke about this. I don't know at the moment. It's something I can't really think about until obviously we're done with everything going on.
But also, even though it won't be a counter, it might not be a counter, it will save your data, won't it? So if we come to next year and you say, oh, I want to do vote coasters again, all you have to do is log on. So remember your login, obviously.
Yeah.
And everything will be in there. So say you've only ridden like 3 more credits since last year, you just pop them in and everything else is fine.
We'll make it an option so that you can either start fresh again or you can start with whatever you had last year.
Yeah.
And then edit it.
So it will be saved, but it won't necessarily be a counter.
Yeah.
Couple of people wanting more vlogs, which is interesting.
Infinite Airtime and basically says reviews, more vlogs, and basically more of what you already do. Trying our best, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some cool suggestions though.
Yeah. It's been a very strange year, and
in a way it's like stunted our progress, but then in other ways it's actually excelled us forward in some things.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So like I feel like the main point of the channel has been kind of like put on hold, but then we've done like extra stuff.
Well, I wouldn't say the main point of the channel. In what sense?
I don't know, I just feel like normal things can't resume because no one's going to any parks.
But we've never been that kind of channel.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe it's just like my personal life.
Yeah.
It's been put on hold. I don't know. It's just been a weird one.
Yeah, definitely in terms of things that we wanted to progress haven't, but things that
we didn't know we were going to get to do.
Yeah, essentially. There's definitely been a lot of progression in 2020. Yeah, but just not in the areas that we would have anticipated to begin with.
Yeah.
So, but then it's worked out well. We've had a few really solid videos this year, in terms of ones that have kind of
been popular,
popped off for a
second.
better use of the phrase. RMC Explained, 130k. It's pretty good. That's it. No, it's not.
That's it. That's our one hit.
How do theme parks minimize queue times? 315,000.
Nice.
History of launched roller coasters, 72,000. So there's been a few. The end of world record breaking roller coasters at 40k. That's a new one as well.
Mm.
So yeah, some good videos. Agent Ica, 60k. Some not so good videos. It's been a real mixed bag.
This is the way when you're subject to the YouTube algorithms.
This is very true.
Anyway, let us know what you think of this episode. What do you want to see from us? Also, if you have an idea for podcast episodes, send them over. You can find us on Twitter, CBR Podcast. And we have an email, which no one really uses, do we? podcast@coasterbot.com.
People just end
email
up
us.
using the contact form on the website.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, honestly, it doesn't make a difference.
Yep, send us your ideas.